Good morning, Mr. De Leon.
Morning, Judge.
How's jail?
Okay, good.
Really? You don't like it, huh?
Okay.
Why do we have jails?
Punishment for doing things we shouldn't.
Right. You know, we have already given you 2 PR bonds
Yes, Your Honor.
and you've taken off both times.
Yes, Your Honor.
So at that point now, I mean, we're at the point where we can't give you any more PR bonds because when we do,
That's understandable, Judge.
what happens?
Joke time.
Well, no, you don't show up to court.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and the problem is that your lawyer has gotten you a kick-ass deal where if you can complete this, your case gets dismissed.
Yes, Your Honor.
But here you are, stuck like Chuck, that you can't get out to be able to make this thing happen.
Yes, Your Honor.
Who do you have that's gonna bond you out?
I got 250 set aside, but I was trying to stay here to get time served.
We don't want to give you time served.
Oh,
Your lawyer's working to try to keep it off your record.
Okay.
If you plead guilty, then it goes on your record. I'll give you a bond reduction. You know, you want a bond reduction, I'll give you, but you've already shown me that you're not gonna come. We give you a PR bond. History tells me you're not gonna come back.
Yes. I just thought I could just stay at the 701 trying to get time served, but if you're saying you can't give me that one, I mean, I could bond out and I mean, I could just.
Here's the rub, though.
I don't know it's because I haven't.
What? My point is this, is that he's worked this deal where it's like 6 hours of working.
Yes,
If you work 6 hours on the street, cleaning up trash, they will dismiss this case for you. The problem I have is that even if you get out, are you gonna get this thing done?
Community service? Yes, of course. Of course I'll get that done.
What are you doing now in your life, Mr. Dillon?
Carpenter, not every day. Like yesterday, I just called boss man to see if I could work. He's got a job, but just till tomorrow and Wednesday. That's how I'm a drifter, I guess. I do a lot of construction work, carpentry.
Stop drifting, man, because, you know, at some point, you got to stop. And if you ain't got no money, this life is going to be your life is going to be a really miserable experience. When you ain't got no money, it sucks. It's hard, right? And you're already now looking like it's a little rough. Wait till you're 40 or 50 or 60, man, you're going to be looking like you're 115. I will most certainly give you a very, very low bond. I mean, you want 1,000, you want 500, I'm okay. But if I give him a PR bond, I know what's going to happen.
I'm saying, Your Honor.
But I mean, I'm.
Lowest you can do, we can do.
Yeah.
He has $250. We can make 250 work.
Done. I will set your bond at $250. But you got to understand, I'm done playing this game. And if you take off on me again, holy moly, I'm gonna make your bond so high your teeth are gonna fall out. And I'm gonna tell you now, I'm not gonna take the time served. We're not gonna do. You got to make this thing happen because that's what he wants. You know, try to get this thing dismissed. He's got it for you. Don't take off on us again. All you got to do is come back and good things will happen. Okay? Done. Top of page 40, reduced to 200. You, Hugo Gonzalez.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Gonzalez, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you're not afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On September 22nd, 2024, in Harris County, Texas, officers were dispatched to 3506 Wardmont Street in reference to an assault family call. Upon arrival, the officer made contact with the complaining witness who stated that the defendant, who is the complaining witness's son, used his hands to assault him. The complaining witness stated that in the early hours of noon, he was involved in an argument with the defendant. The complainant stated that the defendant brought home a washer so everyone could use it, but the complainant was unfamiliar with the washer and told the defendant that he was going to remove it and put back the old washer that was previously there. Complainant stated that the defendant got upset because of the washer being replaced and with both of his hands grabbed the complainant around his waist, picked him up off his feet and threw him toward the floor. The complaining witness stated that he hit the floor and landed on his back and that the defendant was on top of him, wrestling him. He
Say
received
that again. On top of him doing
on top of the complaining witness wrestling him.
wrestling. Okay.
He received several scratches on his back while fighting to get him off. The defendant released him after a few seconds and they continued to argue. Complainant stated that he felt pain and discomfort. The complainant's younger son arrived at the home, and while the complainant was trying to explain to witness what happened, he tried moving the washer again. Defendant then walked by and struck him with a closed fist using his right hand, striking him to the left side of his cheek. Complainant again felt pain and discomfort in his cheek and inside of his mouth. His tooth was cracked from the punch he received. The witness stated that the defendant threatened the complainant by stating, "I will kill you and kill myself."
Same complaining witness, right?
Yes.
The initial wrestling.
Yes. Are you asking the witness or who heard him say?
So he punches someone in the face. This is the same person that was initial, right? Okay. All right, Mr. Gonzalez, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case. Do you understand? I'm also, a protective order has been issued so that Sylvester Gonzalez Munoz is a protected individual. I suggest you get to know the protective order because if you violate it, the state will file additional charges against you. And then I can have a hearing to hold you at no bond when you violate conditions of that. So be very, very careful. Otherwise, you could be spending a lot of time with me. Do you understand?
May I say something?
No, now's not the time for you to do it. We're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer, and you can tell what you want to tell to the lawyer, and they can go to bat for you. But now I have a bunch of DAs here. Anything you say, they're going to use against you. It's just not the right time. But as it stands, you're not allowed to go within 200 feet of 3506 Wardmont Street for the foreseeable future. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you have contact with this person, if you have possession of a weapon, if you go near this house, I will put you in jail, revoke your bond, and make it sky high. No more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I will have you sign a reset with Victoria. After that, I'm going to have you take a seat in the jury box. When we get your bond condition, we'll have you sign it, and then you'll be free to go. Can you file no contact in the weapons, please?
Green, Beyonce.
Mr. Freddie, you're charged with harassment. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay, please. Shh. Okay.
On or about September 19, 2024, an officer conducted a follow-up in regards to an assault on a family case. Upon further investigation, the officer made contact with the complaining witness who reported that the defendant had been harassing her since September 18, 2024 by sending her videos, voicemails, and text messages containing horrible remarks, approximately 50 to 60 messages in total. In the voicemails, the defendant curses at her, asking, "Where are you? Why the fuck aren't you at work?" and calling her various names. Additionally, the complainant showed the officer text messages of the defendant telling the complaining witness, "Kill yourself and I want to watch you suffocate, and your family hates you." The complaining witness indicated that the continual harassment is making her fear him even more. Complaining witness was able to give officers the defendant's identifying information and positively identify the defendant as a person who has been harassing her.
I see that he has also picked up a felony assault against this complaining witness as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What happened in that one? And I'm assuming it's the same date as this one, so I'm assuming it's out of the same transaction?
I'm not sure. So it says that I don't believe so. It says that on September 18th in Harris County, officers were dispatched to an assault. The complaining witness advised that the defendant came home upset about socks not being in the closet. The defendant punched the complaining witness with a closed fist on her foot twice on her right thigh and twice on her left thigh, causing pain. The complaining witness advised that the defendant grabbed her by the arm and forcibly shoved her out of the house, throwing her on the porch. She advised that she felt pain, and she advised that this has been an ongoing issue for the past 2 years. The officers observed purple and green bruises on her arm, foot, and her legs. The bruises were green, purple, and red and of significant size.
Is there a no contact order in this case?
Judge, who's the defendant?
This is Mr. Fritter. He hasn't harassed, Mr. Fritter, let me tell you something now. You scare me. And you scare me something good. You have, since 14, assault, trespass, deadly conduct, assault, DWI, forgery, and now a harassment and a felony assault.
Judge, there has been a log filed, but there is no protective order in this case.
Is there no contact in the felony case whatsoever?
I'm checking the law conditions. It's no threatening or harassing at this time. We would ask if that be a no contact in this court, Judge.
I don't see that the rip has been.
Are you Miss Lisco?
Yes, sir.
That's Miss Lisco, right? There. Come up, ma'am. Come up. I'm sending you for a drug and alcohol test right now, Mr. Fritter. I want to protect you as much as I can. No one has to have this kind of treatment whatsoever for any reason. And I will do everything in my power to protect you. All I need you to do is tell me. All I need is please give me the word. Mr. Fritter, look at me. You so much. One, I'm Can you imagine what life is like when someone has to walk on eggshells because they have the fear that if they make someone mad in the smallest respect of having socks not in the damn drawer, they're liable to get a beating? Can you imagine what life is like to live with that kind of fear? You're going to live it with me now, because one false move, I'm going to make your bond so high your head will spontaneously combust. But no one, and I mean no one, should have to live with that kind of fear. I'm sending you now for a drug and alcohol test because I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. And I don't know if I'm going to allow you to have contact with Miss Lisk. But if I find that you treat anyone or put anyone in fear or put anyone in harm's way, so help me, I will grow horn and tails because I will be so upset. And it will be on you. Do you understand?
Yes.
Abel,
Yes, sir.
going to keep Mr. Fretter so close to me that it's just ridiculous.
Yes, sir.
I'm entering what's called a master's order for emergency protection. This is a court order that identifies her as a protected individual. You're not to have any kind of communication whatsoever. You're not supposed to have you will not have any threatening or harassing contact. What is threatening or harassing doesn't matter what you think is threatening or harassing. It's what she perceives. So if I go like this, is that threatening or harassing? It most certainly is. And it's enough for me to put you in jail and make your bond $150,000, maybe 50, maybe 20. But I will do, Mr. Fretter, I will do everything in my power to protect every single person of this county. And I don't care if you're kicking, screaming, crying because you go to jail and don't have anyone to bond you out.
Question. Your husband and wife of 10 years is kind of difficult situation that we work together.
I want to protect you, ma'am. And you know, the problem is that now that he's picked up these two cases, times will be just even more stressful. We have these protective orders. They're basically like cooling off motions so that, you know, you can separate, enough time will pass. People can kind of cool down, you know, so they're not under the stress of the excitement and then unleash on you. The last thing I want is for you to suffer any kind of harm whatsoever, you know, and that's all I want. You know, all I'm asking is how things should be normal. Like I'm not asking him for him to do Pythagoras theorem here. So I don't know. You know, what I'd like is if you please just talk to our DAs here. But I'd like you to have their phone number at the minimum so that should anything ever whatsoever, all you have to do is let us know. And then
I have been in contact with the DA, so should it not be assault?
I'm here for you. And I want to make sure that you're okay. You know, I've given him a lawyer. He knows what's expected of him. And I'm going to drug test him like crazy to make sure that he's not using alcohol or dope. In fact, I mean, I'm going to test him 2 times a week. I mean, I'm setting him now because I want to know what, if anything, is in his system. And then we'll go from there.
Judge, he will come back positive, but that's prior use from.
What were you going to test positive for, Mr. Fretter?
Marijuana
Okay.
and ketamine and probably some other stuff that could have been in the ketamine. But I mean, straight up, that's probably it.
Mr. Fretter, I'm going to test you. These are your bond conditions that are going to apply to you now. And if you fail to live up to these bond conditions, I'm just going to let you out. That's it. You will appear to me here 2 times a week to take drug test. And if I find anything is in your system, and I don't care what it is, I'm going to lock you up. You're ordered not to use any kind of dope or alcohol. And if you can't get this monkey off your back, because I am now giving you the opportunity to do it on your own. If you're incapable of doing it on your own, then I'm going to do it for you. Do you understand? No dope, no alcohol. And when I mean no alcohol from any source. No isopropyl alcohol, cakes, candies, foods, gums, energy drinks, tequila, lollipops, hair dye. I've heard it all, and I don't care. You come to me test positive, you'll stay with me. I also want you 3 times a week to do anger management classes so that we can deal with the anger issues. Look at me. 3 times a week. And I want a piece of paper showing me that you've done it, the date, time, location of where you've done it, so that I can verify that you've done it. And if you don't do it, you will stay with me. You now have the opportunity to address these things on your own. If you don't, you will be doing it with me. And if I get one, and I mean one breath that she's been mistreated in any way, shape, or fashion, holy freaking moly. Okay. Right now. And then, ma'am, if you'd be so kind, please, I'll have you speak to them here momentarily. Rachel, this is my card. If you ever need anything, all you have to do is get in contact with me. And I'm here for you. Whatever you need, anytime, day or night. I don't care. You really. Okay. Yeah, I want, when was the last moment? Is it